Hi Jay, this is the program I was talking about. It's not complete, just to give you an idea how it works and how it looks. The other day, Cindy was showing us the Excel entry screen. Now, this is the same data entry screen with all the features that she explained to us. If you go in here, this is that data entry screen. The only difference is she had a regular overtime here as one section. Then you had double entry below it. Then you have other paid and hours meals just below it like that. And then she had a whole bunch of functions on it. The functions just below it. And here you have everything, uh, you know, put into two separate grids. And then um, this one here has the name of the employee. This information, this combo box, is populated from the database which Cindy has on her machine. That is a master database which keeps all the information with regard to the employee details. Then um, that is that information which is also being pulled into your Excel spreadsheet. So here, if you look, this one I just kind of put in 3, 4 names here, but it's not picking up from the database. But just to give you an idea, this populates from that database, and it only pulls that information out. It doesn't do anything with the database. It's just to grab those information and then populate it here. So typically, what Cindy would do is she would go in here and select the employee name. It populates all this information, and then she would go in here and select the pay type. In her Excel spreadsheet, she had to really key in this information. Right now, all she has to do is um, she just goes in and selects all this information here. Now, the GL code, once she selects the GL code, it automatically populates this department name. And then she would come in here and select the shift number. This is where she starts entering the information. Uh, let's say the base rate is $12.50. The, the program automatically calculates the 29 cents to pay rate. That's how it is calculated on the Excel spreadsheet. So if you move it this side, it automatically brings in $12.79. And now comes the hourly rate, hours that is put in for per day. So let's say if the employee has put in 3 hours on Monday, and Thursday it's another 4 hours. And if you look around here, it automatically calculates the number of hours. It also calculates a um, pay, gross rate. That is the pay rate into the number of hours, total number of hours is calculated and put here. So now, if you look down, this is the same thing what we saw on the Excel spreadsheet. She had something like other paid hours and meals, and it's the same feature. You just enter the pay type and the GL code, and then you enter all this information. It automatically calculates the total and gross. Then comes this unpaid time or accident or sickness. She enters a code. It does not accept anything other than these codes. So user entry error is limited. So they cannot enter anything um, other than these codes in here. So in this case, let's say EO. She enters an EO, and then she would enter the number of hours here, 3. So this will reduce that total number of hours and put the value in here. And these all together add up and puts the grand total here. So this screen is what we saw, or what Cindy showed to us. And this is exactly what it is, or what it does. And I showed it to her today, and she's very happy. She's saying she's very much excited. She's looking forward to it. Now, once she saves and puts in all this information and saves it, she has the option of going and opening up a report. On the Excel side, she would go and open up a sheet, which of course has got all those functions there, and it populates that entire information of all those employee and the details. Likewise here, it kind of populates all this information in this report. Now, once this report, she goes and cross-checks with this report uh, with that of the time card which the supervisor gave, and if everything looks good, that's when she would come in here and hit this little button which will export that data. That required amount of data only goes to UniOps' database. So this is basically the same thing what she was doing with the Excel spreadsheet. And I thought it's easier for me to work with VB.NET than to get this information from Excel and then export it to um, the UniOps database. The biggest problem I had was when I was trying to loop through the rows, and you know it couldn't find the kind of a boundary between a section to another section. So for, let's say, if the user had to enter something like end of record in that section, then I could go and tell my program, look, this is the end of record. Now move to skip 3 lines and go to the second section, um, as in um, the section which says let's say other paid hours and meals, and then pull out those information and dump it into your database. So that is the problem that I was facing. Here, you can put in as many records you want, and I can just loop through it and pick up all this information, and it's very simple and straightforward. So she's kind of happy with this. I showed it to her, and she's looking forward to this. Thought I will just show it to you, and if you think it's okay, I'll go ahead with this probably when I come back from a vacation. It shouldn't take more than 2 or 3 days. I can put it there, test it, and if she okays it, then I can go. The advantage of this program is that even other plans also have the same follow the same pattern, but only thing the process it differently. They also enter the information in Excel spreadsheet. Uh, so I can get out those. I can modify this a little bit and take out all those information from there and put it into to the database, into the UniOps database. So with minimal modification, I'll be able to, you know, um, give them this program to other users too. So if you have any suggestions, or if you think if there's anything that you want to add, please let me know. Thanks, Jay.